Now I've got to carry this on and... Well, you've heard about the younger days. I didn't actually meet Rob myself personally until I was about, I think, 19. I found a job at Safeways. Mr. Hitchin was working behind the delicatessen as always, arranging his meat and playing with it, whatever he was doing. His little white apron and his cap. Again, through a friend that's not here, Tim, I got to know Rob a lot better. I don't know what it was. I mean, as Simon said in his little speech, I think it was having a lot in common with people. I mean, he didn't like to drink, he didn't like to socialise, had no clue about football, which is a true fact, actually. We actually did, you obviously know him from me saying no drinking and no socialising, but we did have a lot in common. I was good looking, he was good looking. His birthday was the day after mine. He had a Canadian grandparent, his grandmother was Canadian. My grandfather was Canadian, still is, from the best part of Canada, I believe. No, that was a bull, huh? No, I really do owe a lot to Rob, and I'm very, very proud to be standing here stuttering my words on his wedding day. When I first met him, I was older than him, but he actually took me under his wing and looked after me. I learned how to, I don't say learn how to drink in the castle, but I got invited to a lot of drinking sessions in the castle on a Saturday night, which then veered on to a bar called Spencer's. And there was nothing worse than leaving it wasn't that bad, leaving the castle and meeting this 7 foot tall bouncer, and every Saturday night, I believe his name was Big Jig or Nick or Nigel. Mick. And believe me, he was the largest, the tallest bouncer, even taller than Gavin. He was like 7 foot tall and scary. As Simon said in his previous speech, I've got a lot of stories that I could say about the time I've spent with Robert. First one, Crete, 3 men, 1 room, 2 beds, and the craziest Greek woman you've ever met in your life. And by the end of the 2 weeks, we had to paint the room. Believe me, I still don't know what the story is behind that. Well, I do actually, I'm not going to tell you later. No, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, mate.
The funniest thing about knowing Rob, you think you know him. Well, I thought I'd known him for 20 years, but for the last couple of months I've been finding out stories that I didn't have a clue about. Seriously, I mean, he's gone through a few difficult times, and now I have someone to blame. Apparently the midwife, after a couple of days, dropped him on his head. So I mean, there's a lady there from whatever, was he born in Oxford Hospital? That explains it twice then, doesn't it? And then the fact that Robert, although he is a great football supporter and loves his Southend United, he's absolutely rubbish at playing football. And I was enlightened a couple of days ago that the fact that he can't play football is that when the rest of us were out as young kids playing football, he was knitting. He didn't want to go out. His father was trying to force him out to play football, and there he is wanting to knit with his 2 sisters. Now, is this true? You know, is it true?
It must be. Martin Graham says it is, he must be.
Okay, Tim and Simon have done a bit about the youth, and I found out a couple of stories, but let's get to the bottom of it. 1999, actually, not a lot of people know this one, and I know I'm going on, but Rob was actually the man that I've been working abroad for the last 14, 15 years. Rob was actually the man that gave me the opportunity to do my first bit of travelling. And as you found out the other day, we went to Greece. and we can cut out the fart and the vomit thing, which you so politely let everybody know about. He was the man that gave me the urge to go out on the seas. So for that I have a lot to thank you for. You have no idea, really. Travelling is a wonderful thing. In 1999, this young man had a bit of a difficult year, and obviously we've got the midwife to thank for that. He came out and visited me on the Carnival Sensation. We were out of Tampa, and I know his mum and dad were holidaying out there at the time, vacation. Rob joined me on board the Sensation. It was just before my 30th birthday, which obviously was a long time ago, 55 tequilas. The minute he actually got on board, I know this is a bad joke, but he took to it like a duck to water. He really did. I remember him lying on Lido deck, bucket of Coors Light by the side, lounged out on the bed. Now I know why you do this, guys. Supping away on the beers. He then duly joined me again, I'm very glad to say, on the Triumph. And then in 2003, he came on to the Victory, spent 2 weeks with a few other people, Simon, Ali, my wife. And then I think that's what really gave him, right, I'm going to have a go at this. So he packed in his job at home, got him sorted. Well, actually, I tried to get him on my ship, but the boss wasn't having it, so he ended up on the Celebrity Century, which where this young lady comes in. He did actually tell me when he came back from his ship to my wedding, he met this young lady. He was a bit besotted by her. Obviously, I didn't believe him, but there you go. But lo and behold, 4.5 years later, we're all standing here, and this man's a very happy man, this lady's a very happy lady, and I would like, has everybody got a drink? But as we're waiting for the drinks then, I would like to say one thing that really stands to mind, and I would like a bit of a repetition of it this evening. When I first met Veronique, it might have been the first time or the second time, just one of them things when me and Rob get together, we do get a little bit drunk, silly, I think would be the word. But she truly must be an amazing lady, because she went through one night when me and Rob got drunk in 245A, I think it is, Emily Court Road or Gungun, and she actually applauded me and him dancing to the beautiful South. And singing. I don't think I've ever met a woman that could do that, because I know my wife. It truly is a horrible sight, but I do hope that later on this evening it will be repeated.
Certainly.
There's something else in here and I can't remember. Oh yeah, well I don't even need this now, do I? Any woman that can take this gentleman away from the land of England, his beloved England, must be a woman that is true to his heart. Seriously. It's obviously, from my point of view, he'll always be a friend. He's across the water, but then I've been across the water for many a year. But I mean, the man must be very, very happy, and I'm waiting for these drinks to come on. Is it going to be? Anyway. No, we don't. Let me carry this out to Oh, let me think of a story. Do you want to do the cat story? Oh. As I said, I forgot a lot of stories.